Hi, this is Sweet June 2010 coming back at you with another interesting video. Um, I want to talk about are black people brainwashed? Are black people, African Americans, brainwashed? Are we? Me personally, I like to think that I'm not brainwashed. I kind of refuse to be brainwashed. I try to keep my eyes open to what's going on out here. But unfortunately, a lot of black people are brainwashed. And I'm going to explain to you why. First of all, the media plays a huge role um, in people's perceptions. Marketing and everything is the media can brainwash this about everybody because the marketing is a very, very, very powerful tool. Um, Media has been brainwashing black people for years because when most of the commercials and everything, and most people on TV, most people watch a lot of TV, are predominantly white people on TV, and a lot of black people. I know when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of black people on TV. We did watch a show where there was predominantly black. We gravitated toward it. I mean, it was few and far between. Even now, just recently, we've had what they call a whitewashing of prime time TV. Basically, I was reading some articles on it, and literally primetime TV has been whitewashed over the past few years. There's been a lot of predominantly white shows on primetime television. Um, they're starting to slowly get more African American shows, but it's a very slow process. But your major networks, have a lot of predominantly white television shows. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding that. And a lot of your, you don't have black hair care products being advertised on CBS, NBC, ABC, those type of channels. You don't have a lot of black hair care products. When you get black hair care product advertisements, you basically see those advertisements on predominantly black channels like BET, Centric, TV One, those channels like that. You hardly ever, like every now and then, I might see a black hair commercial on a major network. It's very rare, but every now and then you see it. And so, just over the years, growing up over the years, I've seen a lot of predominantly white commercials, and mostly what you see in those commercials are white females, and white advertising white hair care products and all that like that. And when you look at a lot of magazines, when I go to the store and I look at the magazine section, I see predominantly white magazines. It's the kind of thing, if you don't pay it no attention, you'll be totally oblivious to it. It's that kind of a thing. If you don't pay it no attention, you'll be completely oblivious to it. Because we're so used to seeing things a certain way, it'll get to the point to where you kind of get to a place to where you're in a state of oblivion. You just get used to seeing it. So it's the kind of thing, if you don't pay attention to it, you don't pay it no attention, it becomes commonplace. You're used to seeing it. But me, I try to marinate on things. I marinate on things a lot, and I be thinking about that kind of stuff all the time. And so I notice that when I go to the store, I see a lot of predominantly white magazines. I have literally went to a store and seen the Ebony magazine and the Essence magazine in the back of the magazine rack. I've taken it and put it in the front. I've actually done that. I have actually done that, and so it just amazes me. And it's just that's part of the media, how the media can have black people brainwashed, because when you see predominantly, like when you read Glamour magazine, Cosmopolitan, which I really don't read those magazines anymore, but I used to read them a long time ago when I was younger, and I never really seen too many people in those magazines that looked like me. And I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped reading them, because I didn't really see too many black women in those magazines. Someone that was representative of me. When they talked about hair care, well, you're talking about European hair care, but you're not talking about how to care for my hair. So after a while, I just felt like I couldn't relate to them anymore, because I said, well, they don't really have any women of color. They didn't have anybody that was a representation of me in these magazines. Every now and then you see a black woman here and there, but it was just mostly predominantly white magazines. So after a while, I quit reading those magazines, and I started reading Essence and Ebony, magazines geared towards more black women and that I can identify with. I don't like reading things that I can't identify with, that I can't. There's some articles in there that every woman can relate to, but then when it comes down to the hair care and things like that, skin care, they're mainly talking about white women. Well, I'm not a white woman, so I got to the place to where I couldn't relate to. I identify what they was talking about in those magazines, so I stopped reading them. So a lot of black women can get brainwashed because over a period of years that all you seeing is white women in magazines and on TV all the time, then you will think that was the standard of beauty. If you didn't pay no attention and you really didn't stop to marinate on it, you would think that that's the standard of beauty, because that's all you see in the media. And black men, that's all they're constantly seeing is white women on TV all the time and consistently, and in the magazines on a consistent basis. Then subliminally they would think that was the standard of beauty. And then eventually they start thinking that, okay, well, white women are more beautiful than black women. And eventually, because you're bombarded with these images throughout your whole life. Watching television and all this kind of stuff, and then magazines and things like that, you're bombarded with these images. Those images are more dominant than the black images on TV. They're more dominant because they're more on the national networks than the black images. So subliminal, you will get that subliminal message as a child on up, that this is the standard of beauty, this is what's good. And in reality, beauty comes in all races. You got beautiful people in all races. There is no standard, because you got beautiful people in all races. As far as I'm concerned, there's beauty in all races. There's beautiful white women, there's beautiful black women, there's beautiful I think all Indian women are beautiful, really. But you have beautiful women of all races. So there's really not a standard, because you got beautiful people in all races. But, if you didn't pay no attention and everything like that, you getting bombarded by all these images of white people throughout your whole life on television, then eventually, you're going to start thinking that this is standard, this is how I'm supposed to try to look. In reality, no, you're not. Or I'm not beautiful, or if you're a male, my race of women is not beautiful. That in a sense is a form of brainwashing. Now, a lot of black people don't think that they are brainwashed, but they are. Because if you think that if you're a male, if you're a black male, and you think that white women is more beautiful than black women, Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not speaking against interracial relationships. Um, it's healthy. Now, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to other races of people. Black people aren't the only people in the world, but I think there's a problem. There is a problem when you're not attracted to the people that's in your own race. That you're attracted to another race of people more so than the people in your own race. I think that can be a problem. That's kind of an issue, because when you look in the mirror, what do you see? When you look in the mirror, you see a black person. So, a person, a woman of the same race that you are, has the same race and same hair texture. Why aren't you attracted to her? Because that's, when you look in the mirror, that's what you see. You don't see a European person looking in the mirror. So I think there is an issue when a black man is more attracted to a white woman than more so than he is a black woman. To me, I think it's a form. It is, in fact, a form of brainwashing. It's a form of it's being brainwashed in a sense, because bombarded by these images in the media over the years, you've been programmed to think that the other race of woman is more beautiful than your own women. So I mean, some people can debate me and say, well, that's not true. But there's a lot of denial out here too. So, what about our hair? What about black people's hair? I was just thinking of a couple weeks ago. Well, we was talking about hair at work, and I was like, who came up with the term? I'm thinking to myself, who came up with the term nappy hair? It dawned on me one day. I said, who came up with the term nappy hair? Did black people come up with that term, or white people come up with it? I mean, I probably have to do some research on that. But I was just curious. I was just thinking and wondering. I said, who came up with the term nappy hair? Did white people come up with it, or black people? That's a good question. Let me know in the comment section what you come up with. I'm going to do some research on it. But who came up with the term nappy hair? Why is black hair called nappy hair? Why is it called nappy hair? That's a good question. Because nappy, when you say nappy, it's automatically looked at as bad. Automatic. People say good hair. Well, what's good hair? Good hair is combed hair. Good hair, and I like to challenge people on that. When people say good hair, I like to challenge them on that. Well, I asked the girl at work. I said, when you say good hair, what do you mean? And I asked her straight out, is my hair bad hair? If that's good hair, then is my hair bad hair? And then they say no. And I don't know if they're saying no because they don't want to debate with me, or they really mean no. So I don't know. Maybe they're saying no because they don't want to debate with me. So I mean, when people say good hair, I'm like, what's good hair? Why is that considered good hair? Is it because it's straight? And non-straight hair is not good hair? Kinky hair is not good hair? What's good hair? See? Straight hair is not necessarily good hair. I mean, good hair is combed hair. Good hair is when you wake up in the morning and you do something to it, and you're not going out the door with it all over your head. That's good hair. Like when people say I'm having a good hair day, or I'm having a bad hair day, when people use that term, oh, I'm having a bad hair day. That's what good hair is. It's combed hair. But black people use that term in terms of, look at her hair. She got good hair. I'm like, and I tell them straight out, I hate that term, good hair. What's good hair? Why is it good hair? Because it's straight? And I asked them, I asked a couple ladies on my job. I said, if that's good hair, do you think this is bad hair? And so I kind of challenged them on that, and I tell them straight out, I hate that term good hair, and I don't like the term good hair, because it somehow suggests that nappy hair is bad hair. And so I told a young lady at work, I said, see, we're brainwashed. See, black people have been programmed to think that nappy hair is bad hair. Like I said, who came up with the term nappy hair? Did that term derive from slavery, or who came up with the term? Like I said, I'm gonna do some research about it. Like I said, you guys let me know what you come up with. Let me know in the comment section. But who come up with the term nappy hair? When you say nappy hair, it's automatically, people automatically think bad hair when you say nappy hair. But nappy hair is not bad hair. Nappy hair is not bad hair. You can do, a matter of fact, I wish my hair was nappier. That's right. I said I wish my hair was nappier. Because nappier hair afros better. I love wearing afros. I love afros. You can braid it better. It looks better in braids. It afros better. You can do a lot more with it. With all the beautiful natural black hairstyles that's out today, you can do a lot more with it. So, yeah, nappy hair is good hair. They got all kinds of products on the market now for natural hair. All kinds of products, more products than what they've ever had before, because we're kind of in a natural hair revolution right now. So you got all kinds of moisturizers out there, all kinds of oils and everything, coconut oils and stuff like that you can put in your hair, kind of soften it up a little bit, kind of comb it, braid it. So nappy hair is not bad hair. But black people have been brainwashed. Black people have been programmed to think, as I was telling the girl on the job, I said, see, black people are brainwashed. Black people have been programmed to think, and that includes me. I'm included in that. When I was younger, I thought that I had bad hair. When I was coming up, when I was younger, I thought I had bad hair. And certain statements was made about my hair growing up. I'm thinking I had bad hair. And I didn't see any too many black people on TV. I would watch Soul Train and look at the afros and stuff like that. But I thought I had bad hair growing up. Until one day I woke up. I literally woke up and realized that I don't have bad hair. But I grew up thinking that I had bad hair. Because I didn't have long straight hair, I had bad hair. So a lot of black people had that perception. And it's because we've been programmed. We've been brainwashed to think that our hair is not beautiful. That our hair is nappy and it's bad. And straight hair is good and beautiful. Well, no, that's not necessarily true. You can do so much more with nappy hair than you can with straight hair. So black people have been brainwashed, and I do believe that black people are brainwashed. I might do a part 2 on this. I might do talk further about this, but yeah, I do believe that black people are brainwashed. Stay tuned. Might do a part 2. This is Sweet June 2010.